GWM, start. Boom. We've just hit 30,000 kilometers on the big dog GWM. Thank you very much. I'm going to show you how fast this car can go 0 to 100. I hope you enjoy it. Everyone keeps telling me that the car's underpowered. We've got 4 people in the car. We've got a generator, some other crap in the back of the ute. So I'm going to show you. We're not sitting here completely empty. I'm just going to throw it in sports mode, and I'm just going to, go 0 to 100, and you can time it yourselves because it's not that slow, and I'm keen to race everybody with it. It's a race GWM. 3, 2, 1, go. Stop. We were flying then. Ow. Weren't we, babe?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were flying.
Went back with my hand.
Did your eyes actually go through the back of your skull?
Yeah.
Wow. One more, ready? Ready, and go! Did you go smash in your seats from all the power from the GWM?
Yep. Naughty.
Yep. That's how much noise I got to make, so everyone knows when to stop filming and stop counting and all that.
Disclaimer, that was in 100 zone, just saying.
Yeah, we were doing 100 in 100 zone, so we're legit. We're legal around here. We don't do nothing silly. I don't know about, is stopping in the middle of the road allowed?
Don't mention that.
Okay, well you guys don't even look at that. So that didn't happen, but we did it. All right, so the GWM's hit the 30,000 Ks, but one of my favorite features I always forget to talk about is the key, right? So it's got that old remote start. So you got the old GWM start. Boom, that's pretty cool, huh? Just another walk around on the car. I'm sure you've all seen it at the 25,000 K review. I've done a few reviews now. This is my GWM. I've got the rooftop tent on there. Rear rack, rear roller shutter, water tank on the roof on top of the Savage platform. There's a snorkel on the other side, still held down by cable ties because I broke it on the gib. 30,000 Ks now, so I'm just, I don't know, I thought we'd talk about the car a little bit more. I've got a few questions that people have asked me, and I thought, how about I answer them, you know what I mean, mate? So this little 2-litre engine pushes out 120 kilowatts of power, which might not seem like enough on paper, but I assure you in this video, I'll show you that it's sufficient. So we've definitely got enough power to smash this caravan all around Australia. 400 Newton meters of torque. All these little numbers that might not mean much to many people, but I drive the car. When I test drive, I'm like, oh yeah, shit, that's got enough power, so I'm happy with it, so that felt really good. I went to test drive the car. Everybody said that that's not powerful enough, it's only a 2-litre, blah, blah, blah. I was just doing some research on Ford Rangers, and apparently they're only a 2-litre when you buy the XL or something. So, I don't know, that was a bit funny for me to read, because I was like, shit, those Ford Rangers, they must have a big engine, everyone talking crap about this 2-litre. That 2 litres a GWM Chinese manufactured motor. I don't know exactly who it's from, but I know it is Chinese, so it's not like I think some other manufacturers talk about that they've got Cummins motors and all that stuff. This is Chinese. It is the GWM's own engine. The 8-speed ZF gearbox, as I've said before, complements that engine very perfectly. So those 8 gears, it gives it all that power. I think if this had a 6-speed in it, it would be slow. So I think that 8-speed completely changes being able to use a 2-litre motor. This ute is 4-wheel disc brake. Now that is freaking awesome, because the drum brakes have been on every 4-wheel drive ute for so long. I know there's a few other manufacturers that might use discs on the back as well, but most of them are drum brakes on the back. So this thing pulls up bloody awesome. A question that's been asked to me a few times is about the air conditioning. Now the air conditioner on this car, I'm sitting in here in the AC right now in Darwin, and it is hot. So I'm just chilling inside. I got my little window vent thing, cover the sunshade. The air conditioning is bloody awesome. It works perfect. If your air conditioning is not working perfectly, there could be an issue, but literally my air conditioning is Mickey Mouse, mate. No problems with the air conditioning. Another question I was asked was just about bull bars. There is crap loads of accessories for GWMs now. There's no short of anything. Every place is doing suspension kits. Everyone's doing bull bars. Savage Tech seems to be the #1 for GWM gear. They have heaps of stuff, and they've got probably the coolest looking bull bar setup now that you can get, all ADR approved. Check them out. They've also got crap loads of other accessories. You will notice all my other videos, I have fitted a bunch of Savage Tech items to the car. But yeah, so there is definitely accessories available, and I will get a bull bar soon. All right, let's talk about resale. Resale has been a random one for me because you won't get anything for it when you sell it. Oh, that's the difference, you know, you won't get anything for it. You're just gonna lose all your money. You won't be able to get anything. In the past, GWM, yeah, I can agree with that. I have seen those old whatever the old GWM wagon things. I have seen them for like $4,000 and $5,000. Like, they're not worth anything. They're also the worst looking vehicle I've ever, like, they're bad looking cars. They are crappy looking. These new things, like, I don't see this ute being in a junkyard being sold cheap for parts or something. Like, that's not where I don't see GWMs ending up there. Say example, 5 years. Say we give it 5 years. I've looked up just now, you can buy the new XL Ranger brand new for 65,000, right? So 65 grand. Then I've looked at one that's 5 years old with 200,000 Ks on it, 24,000. So there's $40,000 lost, gone. $40,000 gone. So yeah, your resale, you might get that $24,000, $25,000 back in 5 years, give or take, because I'm talking 200,000 Ks, which is what I think I'll have in this in 5 years. If you do that with a GWM, which I paid $41,500 for brand new. So if I sold this car for zero, we've lost about the same amount of money. If I sell this GWM in 5 years time, I will be selling this car with still another 2 years warranty, unlimited kilometers, remember. So I have another whole 2 years warranty. Your Ford Range will be out of warranty, so we won't be selling it with nothing, right? I would buy a 5-year-old GWM for 15 grand, right? For example, if these are only worth $15,000, that means I've only lost 26 grand. It's all right. That's pretty good. 5 years, you know, 26. That seems okay. I might get 20,000 for the car. We don't know exactly what the resale is going to be, but I guarantee I will get $15,000 to $20,000 surely for a car I'm giving still with 2 years manufacturer warranty. So that means I'm selling it with zero issues because everything's under warranty. Full guarantee. So I love that. I think that you're kidding yourself if you're saying the resale value, you know, you won't lose, blah blah. The money you're losing buying a Ford Ranger when you sell it in 5 years is the price of one of these. So that's tit for tat. Like that's not. Biggest talking point on GWM Facebook page is DPF burns. I've had 2 DPF burns just today in the 100Ks that I've done. They just do an auto burn. You just literally ignore it and do nothing. I could just drive, it's the same. Literally nothing. Just drive the freaking car. Everything's fine. It does a DPF burn. It's one of the only manufacturers that tells you when you're doing a DPF burn. I think the Hilux I had previous to this, I had a Hilux company car, and it had like all the DPF issues, blowing all that white smoke and all that crap that they had going on with the Hiluxes. No lights came on. Didn't tell you anything. You just looked out the back and you seen all this white smoke because the Hiluxes had this whole drama with the DPF issue. Look it up if you want. It was interesting. It was quite fun, but it was a company car, so I didn't care too much. Now the DPFs on this car, if it does need a manual burn, it is definitely something that GWM needs to review. I would love to see a 10 or 15 minute warning of that needing to be done. Warning, you need to stop, you need to find a safe place to do this. Do not just put the car straight into limp mode. I don't agree with that. I think that is ridiculous. So you are driving, I have driven it a few times. I'm towing the van, we're accelerating, and then I feel it go into limp mode. I'm a mechanic, I quickly realized, and you can use the paddles and drive the car completely normally using the paddles. But if you just leave it in drive, it won't go anywhere. So if you find the car wants to do a manual burn and it comes up on the dash and you feel the power drop off, just use your paddles and continue to drive to where it's safe. You don't have to pull over straight away. You can drive to a safe spot to get it done, all right? So don't stress too much about that. I've had that happen to me twice in 30,000 Ks. My fuel is from all over Australia. So we have, obviously we're doing the lap around Australia. I don't know what kind of fuels I'm putting in. If you're generically putting in the same sort of fuels around the same area and you sort of know it and you're in a city, I don't think you have an issue. But maybe I've used some crappier fuels, and I reckon that does affect that DPF burn a little bit. All right, towing. You have seen me and my 1,000 videos of us towing our 3-ton caravan around Australia. I appreciate all the comments about our weights. I obviously take that on board. I've done all my calculations on the car and the van. I made it work on paper. It works. No, I haven't had the car over the weighbridge. I do believe the car is all legal, but we might do a weighbridge at some stage. So I appreciate all those questions. I don't really have too much comments for everybody. Everyone's going to have their own opinion on that. You can go on every single channel on YouTube and pick people's weights apart. I guarantee no one's going to give you full answers like that. But I believe we're pushing it. We're very whatever, but we're legal, right? We're legal somehow. We are legal. I'm going with that. When we are towing the 3-ton caravan, the car has plenty of power. No issues, you know, getting speed up. We do 100 Ks the whole entire time. Holds it all good. It'll tow in 8th gear. I don't use any of the paddles. I just drive the car now. I put it in sports mode whenever we're towing. I've said that previously. I always have the lane keep assist off, whether I'm driving in it normally or with the trailer. I really don't like lane keep assist. It might be some people's cup of tea, but I really don't like the car doing its own thing. I want to drive the car. That's just what, I don't know, it's what I'm used to. I like to drive the car. Lane keep assist is something I don't want. So we just, can we see? So when I turn lane keep assist, I don't know if you can see this, but I press this button down here next to the little volume knob, lane support, lane keep assist off, and then we're driving again. Away we go. So it's just those, you know, one little thing that I just remember to do each time. But you might like lane keep assist and you might want to leave it on forever, whatever. Cruise control is awesome. The adaptive cruise control, it makes heaps of sense. When you're using your cruise control, have it in sports mode or the car won't downshift. If you leave it in normal, it won't downshift. So I find that a bit silly. So if I'm doing 100 and we come up to a hill, the car will slow down. There's lots of complaints about that through the Facebook page, but I literally just pop it in. If you leave it in sports mode with the cruise on, no issues. Like, it just drives like a normal cruise control on, like normal car with cruise control on. My electronic brake controller is a red arc system. Very straightforward red arc. Got the dealer to fit it. It works all good. Happy days. A lot of people keep asking what brake control I use. Red arc. It's just, you know, top of the line, reasonably priced. It all works. The GWM Dimensions is the other thing. This is a big ass ute. So if you're looking at like Mitsubishi Tritons and stuff, you put this next to a Mitsubishi Triton and this looks like a monster truck. So this is, I reckon it's pretty much exactly the same size as your Ford Ranger. I think it's very similar to that in size. It's 5.4 meters long. So it's a nice long ute. It's just over 1.9 meters wide. And standard, I think it's a 1.8 or 1.9 meters tall. So it's, yeah, it's got some good dimensions. It's a nice big vehicle. Heaps of space inside. I can't emphasize on that. Once you go to a dealer and sit in one of these, in comparison to a Triton, for example, you feel how much more space you have, how much bigger it is in the cabin. I really love the size of this thing. It's nice high roof too. Like, I'm short as, right? So I can't really be that person, but mate, you could be 6'5" or something, mate. You'd be still all good. It is huge, massive ute. Guys, thanks so much for watching this vid. I hope it helped you out a little bit. There's so much to talk about with this car, so I'm going to keep on making videos. My 0 to 100 stuff was, you know, I hope that's for some people. I would have loved to see somebody do that, so I hope you appreciate that. I thought that was a bit of fun for us. But yeah, the car, you know, does so much better than everyone bloody talks about. Thanks for watching my 30,000 kilometer review on the GWM Cannon. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you go and test drive one. If you buy one, that's awesome. If you don't, you don't. But I really appreciate you watching, taking the time out of your day, checking it out. Thanks, guys. Catch you later.